Welcome back. Still in Edo State, despite the removal of subsidy on kerosene and review of the price of the product to 83 naira per litre, the price of the product has remained unchanged in Benin City, in Edo State. Some residents of the state who spoke to Channels Television welcomed the new price, but urged the government to make the product available.
2 weeks after the federal government removed subsidy from kerosene, scarcity of the product has hit Edo State. The government depot in Benin City does not have kerosene.
It's a scarcity for now because apart from Benin Mega that has just one truck, none has actually come into the state like that. You understand? So, but I know very soon they start bringing to Edo State.
The 6 private depots in Ogara Delta State, which have become alternative sources of petroleum products for marketers, also do not have the product.
Try from when subsidies is out, but we are no longer experiencing DPK again.
Some of the few filling stations that have some quantity of the product in Benin City sell at 115 naira per litre. Some consumers have taken to using wood instead, while others have devised resourceful methods of conserving kerosene.
When I use that plate, it will take me, when I will use 1 litre, at least 3 days. But when I'm using that rubber, it will take me about 4 days, 5 days, or a week.
Though many consumers are happy about the new price of kerosene, availability is now the main challenge.
As they go agree for that 83 naira, let that 83 be 83, both filling station and all. May government stamp that one. May it just be say they filling station. This black market, we don't need that as such.
For the marketers, supply from the NNPC in Warri Delta State would resolve the problem. But while the wait continues, all that these consumers can do is hope that the product becomes available for consumption soon.
From the south to the northwest, the Kaduna State Command of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, the NDLEA, have arrested 25 suspected drug addicts and traffickers in different parts of the state. The agency also recovered different substances believed to be hard drugs from suspects during various raids in different parts of the state last week.
These substances, cannabis, rofinol, tramadol and heroin, were seized by the men of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, from suspected drug traffickers. Over 25 of them have been arrested. The state commander, Mr. Samuel Azike, says the seizure and arrest were made at notorious areas within the state.
The black streets in Sabon-Tasha is a very pathetic situation because even the residents of those areas are now living in fear. In fact, most people have relocated from that area completely. They left their houses because the environment is so hostile as a result of activities of these people. And so we had to take a measure. I'm going to make a report to His Excellency so that those houses have to be taken over by government and so that we can sanitize the place so that people can go about their normal businesses.
The suspects insist they are not part of the crime.
I'm with my younger brother inside the vehicle. We are sleeping because I'm a driver. Moreover, he's a dry cleaner. NDLEA caught us arrest. Before we know it, then brought us down to the office. But without a pinch of anything, I will not lie to you. I smoke cigarettes, sir. I didn't take drug.
We see national drugs enter our house, enter our room, start beating us, then search us, they never see us anything. So we don't know actually what is happening.
One may wonder where these substances are manufactured and transported from.
These drugs come from the east, mostly, where they are manufactured. But of course, they are mostly consumed here in the northern part of Nigeria. We had a meeting with the luxurious drivers and the owners, and I solicited for their cooperation because some of these drugs are being transported through their vehicles, and we have agreed that henceforth, once we have their vehicle landed in these garages, we will have to search whatever consignment comes in.
While the command promises to intensify its campaign against the use and sale of illicit drugs, residents of the state will need to be more conscious of these activities and supply relevant information that will help the agency in fighting drug trafficking.
Now to a story of a project that, when completed, residents of Cross River State say will be a dream come true. The Cross River State government has slated April 2016 for the commissioning of the proposed garment factory, which upon takeoff is expected to generate employment opportunities. Cross River State Governor Ben Ayade is bent on ensuring the project is finished as soon as possible and has also visited the factory site to assess the work done on it.
It's one of the signature projects of the Ben Ayade administration. The proposed garment-making factory sits on 3 hectares of land along the Goodluck Jonathan bypass in Calabar, the Cross River State capital, south-south Nigeria. Here, a lot of work is going on to meet the April 1st target date for the factory to be commissioned. The goal of this project is to encourage entrepreneurial skills among the youth and discourage fabric importation.
The major challenge of this garment factory is almost been done. All the equipment are ground, the steel work has been completed. Now we are doing the landscaping and the earthworks. As we close this activity, the expatriates are arriving to come and commence training. So by March, we should be fully ready against April the 1st.
Governor Ayade's counterpart from Abia State, Okize Ikpeazu, believes the project is laudable and asked the federal government to encourage more of it.
Cross River is the best brand in this country today. Is a brand through which we can market Nigeria. So if you ask the world the safest place where to be in Nigeria, I think it's better for them to see us from the prism of Cross River. And I want to urge the federal government and all of us sister states to put Cross River forward. I think that through Cross River we can all market our competencies in the various states.
It was a good time to address traders in the garment business who are full of hope that the factory will make their businesses more lucrative.
It will really help us. We who are travelers going to Lagos, going to Onitsha, going to Aba to buy these goods. If the goods are within our door, we will be very happy to just stroll in and get the goods to our shop without paying so much transport.
If the thing function, it will be good for us.
April 1st is the deadline for this project to be completed. The state government is positive that this project will cause the state to be further reckoned with as a business hub in the South-South and other geopolitical zones of the country.
The 100-megawatt solar-powered generating plant proposed by the Delta State government will be stationed between Umunede and Utulu in the Ika northeastern region of the state. Delta State Commissioner for Energy, Mr. New World Safuga, told Channels Television that the contractor will be mobilized to site 30 days after the title land document has been issued. He also mentioned that the project, which is expected to be completed within a year, will be an addition to the national grid.
Our Delta State government signed an MOU with Utali Nigeria Limited, a Chinese company, to construct 100 megawatts of solar power plant in Delta State, precisely in a location between Umunede and Utulu in Eka Northeast local government area of Delta State. Ordinarily, by virtue of this signing, within 60 days, the state government is expected to provide the title document, land title document, to the company for them to commence the construction. By virtue of the MOU, as soon as the title documents are given to them, within 30 days, they are expected to mobilize to site.
Finally, to a story that should have an impact on all states. across the country. The Minister of Transport, Rotimi Amechi, says the main focus of the federal government is to revamp the railway system to make transportation as easy and accessible for all Nigerians. He also made it known that other sectors in the Ministry of Transport, like maritime, road and aviation, will also be given due attention.
Well, I said that our focus this time is on railways. I want to achieve that. I want to be able to go to that community he took me to without having to drive down because it reduces pressure on roads. I want to be able to go there by rail. I want to be able to go to Shobo by rail. I want to be able to go to Djibouti by rail, right? So that's our focus. But we're not going to ignore maritime. We're going to do reforms in maritime. I've asked myself that question. Why is, as big as Nigeria is, Lagos seaport is competing with Benin seaport? Why are people having private jetties and private seaports when we should be developing our seaport? What is happening to the concession? We need to know why the new concession and our seaports are not expanding. We need to ask all those questions. We'll move from there to deal with the issue of road transport, the regulations. Why do you drive more than the speed limit that you're allowed to drive? What is the consequence of that? What do we have to do to you? What capacity or volume of car that can fly on which road? Right? Why do you leave a trailer to deal with a road that this is 1.5 when we can allow smaller cars to fly that road?
Minister of Transport Rotimi Amechi asking those questions which he says they're going to provide answers to. You're watching news across Nigeria, and that's where we'll leave it for this edition. I'm Olumide Macaulay. Have a great weekend.